Good morning, students. Welcome to Unit 6, the Opium Wars. Well, let's look at the schedule of the day. We'll begin the unit Opium Wars. We'll look at GS book pages 30-31, and you need to arrange the story on page 31. Read the concept, read the content, and then arrange the story based on the information. And then it's very important for us to learn about what's opium. So you need to watch the video and learn how does opium affect our physical health, mental, emotional, and our well-being. And finally, your homework is the Opium Wars glossary.
The Opium Wars. Hong Kong is a part of China. During the Qing dynasty, China adopted a closed-door policy. She strictly limited foreign trade and prohibited the contact between foreigners and Chinese people. Thus, Britain was unable to sell her commodities to Chinese freely, resulting in a loss of trade with China. As a result, Britain imported a large quantity of opium to China in order to earn profits. Many people smoked opium, and that seriously endangered people's livelihoods. By the end of AD 1838, Emperor Daoguang sent Lin Zizhu to ban smoking in Guangzhou. Lin ordered the destruction of a large number of British opium, and this outraged Britain. The British government and the Congress decided to use guns to open China's door and triggered the Opium War in 1840. In 1840, the Sino-British Opium War broke out. In January 1841, a British army landed on the northwest part of Hong Kong Island and self-declared the occupation of Hong Kong. In August 1842, the British Army came to Nanjing. The Qing court sent a representative to sign the unequal Treaty of Nanjing with British representative Henry Pottinger, and Hong Kong Island was ceded to Britain. The Treaty of Nanjing stated, "The great emperor of Qing dynasty allowed the British monarch and her hereditary monarch to own the right to rule all affairs of Hong Kong Island." Thus, Hong Kong Island was ceded to Britain. In 1856, Britain and France jointly invaded China, resulting in the Arrow War. In October 1860, British and French troops captured Beijing. The representatives of the Qing government and the British signed the Convention of Peking. According to the treaty, China was forced to cede part of today's Kowloon Peninsula, southern part of Boundary Street, including the Stonecutters Island, to Britain. In order to protect Hong Kong, the British government decided to get the control of neighbouring districts. In June 1898, Britain and China signed the convention between Great Britain and China, respecting an extension of Hong Kong territory in Beijing, allowing Britain to rent the new territories, the north of Boundary Street in Kowloon to Shenzhen, and more than 200 islands for 99 years. Until the 1970s, Hong Kong's future began receiving attention from all around. After several rounds of negotiations, the British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, arrived in Beijing on the 26th of September 1984 and signed the Sino-British Joint Declaration with Premier Zhao Ziyang. According to the Sino-British Joint Declaration, signed in 1984, starting from the 1st of July 1997, Hong Kong would become a special administrative region of China, officially returning to China.